Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into something that, it causes a lot of headaches for school administrators. Tuition management.
Yeah, it's a big one. For so many schools, it's still very manual. We're talking cash, paper invoices, chasing payments. It leads to delays, mistakes.
And that friction can really strain trust with parents, can't it?
Absolutely. So our mission today is really to unpack the benefits, the real strategic impact of moving to a modern, automated tuition payment system. It's not just about saving a bit of time here and there. It's about efficiency and financial stability.
Right. The difference between those old manual ways and a streamlined, automated approach is pretty stark. But let me just push back slightly here. Switching systems isn't always easy, is it? There's training, data migration. Doesn't that create its own initial problems?
That's a fair point. There can be an initial setup period, sure. But the data shows that pain is, short-lived. The long-term benefits, they're constant. A dedicated system, like the school student fees feature in DreamClass, for instance, it automates billing, handles payments securely.
And gives families easy access to their accounts.
Exactly. And it's designed to integrate smoothly with your main school information system, your SIS. That cuts down massively on duplicate data entry.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's explore those benefits, the measurable results. We found about 5 key areas, sort of pillars of efficiency, that really change things for administrators.
Right. Let's start with the admin side, the day-to-day. The first pillar is huge, automated invoicing.
Just getting those invoices out automatically without someone having to manually create and send each one.
Precisely. It's more than just convenience. It makes your cash flow much more predictable. And think about the time saved, especially around reconciliation periods. Less manual chasing, that directly leads to the second pillar, reduced administrative workload.
Freeing up administrators from those repetitive tasks so they can focus on academic priorities or other operational needs.
Exactly. Now let's shift focus a bit. What about the parents? Trust and accessibility are key there.
Okay.
So the third pillar, secure online payments.
This must be a big deal for parents, knowing their financial data is safe.
It's non-negotiable. Using encrypted payment gateways ensures data protection, compliance. It builds that confidence.
And what about making payments easier for families? Sometimes a lump sum is tough.
That brings us to pillar number 4, flexible payment plans. A good system lets you easily set up installment options.
Which makes education more accessible for more families.
Definitely. But a note of caution, managing those different schedules manually is prone to error. The system needs to handle that complexity reliably.
Got it. So automation helps manage the flexibility you're offering. And the final pillar.
Transparent parent communication. Families get instant receipts, payment reminders, updates, all directly through the system.
That clarity must eliminate a lot of confusion and back and forth calls to the office.
It really does. Transparency builds trust. Parents know exactly where they stand. And thinking bigger picture, a system like this doesn't work in isolation, right? It needs to connect with other school processes.
Like admissions, maybe. Ensuring fees are collected right when a student enrolls.
Exactly. Linking payments with admission management is a common integration. Or connecting payment status with attendance management, for example. It helps keep everything in sync.
We heard some great feedback on this. An office assistant mentioned how automation replaced, like 2 or 3 separate tools they were using before.
Right, for registration, payments, communication.
Yeah, and it just cut out hours of data entry and manual emailing. That's where you see the real return on investment, that shift in how staff spend their time.
And for new schools especially, having an all-in-one system is, often described as a godsend. You get online registration, classroom tools, maybe a grade book, parent communication, and invoicing, all integrated, often at a better price than juggling multiple subscriptions.
Okay, so if an administrator listening is thinking about making this switch or maybe evaluating their current system, what are the absolute must-haves, the non-negotiables?
Good question. First and foremost, compliance and security. You absolutely have to look for adherence to standards like PCI for payments and GDPR for data privacy, depending on your location. The risks of non-compliance are just too high. Fines, reputational damage.
Makes sense. What else?
Ease of use for your staff and for the parents. Is it intuitive? Is it mobile friendly? Parents expect to be able to do things on their phones now. Yeah. Check integration capabilities. Will it talk to your existing SIS or accounting software? Avoid creating new data silos.
And finally,
transparent pricing. Watch out for hidden fees, processing costs, or unexpected implementation charges. Get clarity upfront.
So wrapping this up, automating and securing tuition payments isn't just about making admin tasks easier.
No, it's more fundamental. It strengthens the school's financial health.
And it frees up valuable people, your skilled administrators, to focus on what really matters to students and the educational mission.
Right. So here's a thought to leave you with. Imagine if your team, the ones currently buried in manual billing tasks, were suddenly freed up tomorrow. What new academic program or student support initiative could they immediately put their energy into? Where would that resource go?
Definitely something worth considering. Thank you for tuning in to the Deep Dive.